Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. Today in this video we're going to be doing a reverse camera in my Subaru. Now the camera that I got is for any aftermarket head unit like an iDoing or a Cycane, however you pronounce that, or any other double din that has a plug-in for a reverse camera. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. So this is a camera that I just got off of Amazon. It was relatively inexpensive. And this camera that I got takes the place of the license plate light, so it'll fit right in there. And if you look on the bottom, there's a couple of the LEDs that will replace the light that you're taking out. So you don't have to worry about your plate being dim or getting pulled over by a cop for not having adequate lighting on there. So in this kit, you're gonna have your camera, the harness that goes from the head unit all the way back to the trunk, and then there is your power supply cable that will power the camera itself. There is also a gasket that goes underneath the camera so that you don't get any water creeping up under your light. And then it also comes with some very basic, vague instructions. So I'm not really sure where to start on this. First thing I think I want to do is look at this, see how long this cable is, and depending on how long this cable is, will determine on where I run this to get back to the trunk. So here's the wire. I got it all laid out on the ground. As you can see, this is the entire length of the car plus some. I don't even have this like straightened out or super tight. So there's definitely not going to be an issue for length, and I can definitely run this however I want through the car. Now I've got a sub in the car and I'm going to try to follow the sub wires all the way back because it'd be nice to keep all the wires together. I'm going to start by taking out the head unit and then getting this end plugged into it, connecting the power source. So I got the head unit out. Got it right here on my table because I don't really like working in the driver's seat. So if you look close here on the back of the head unit, you can see on those yellow video inputs that there is a reverse camera and a video out. Now the one that would say reverse camera on mine could say video in on yours. So that will be where you will want to plug in your connector at here. So I'm just going to go ahead and plug that in. Now my red wire is going to connect to the reverse wire on the back of the head unit. So if you're wiring this up, you can obviously just strip both ends of these wires and then tie them together and either wrap them with heat shrink or electrical tape. For me, I am going to be putting in connectors and then I can run this cable, and when I'm done I can just plug it into here, and if I ever get a new head unit I can unplug it and then plug it into the new one. So I got the head unit back in. Now I will show you what I did to run the cable all the way to the trunk. Now obviously it's plugged in back here behind the head unit. It goes back behind the climate control knobs, and then down right here there is a little hole right here where you can feed the cables through. So again, I'm just following these cables down the carpet, and then you can see right here, this is where the cable is at. And I use these holes as an access point to pull the cord through to the door jamb on the passenger side. So I just unbolted the seat and tilted it back. I didn't want to mess with any of the connectors on the bottom side of the seat, but it helped give me access to these holes on this side. So what I did, I fed it up and it comes through this little channel here. I don't know how to take this white trim off for the floor liner, but there's enough room right here to just feed it through. And I'm just following along the side here. I took this trim piece off too so I could run the cable underneath the seat belts. Comes along this trim. So I also took out the back seat so that I could feed this wire perfectly underneath this part of the backrest. And if we pull that seat down, I fed the cable up and out of that slot right there. Got the wire harness all right here in the trunk. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to follow this harness all the way up and behind the liner, and then I'm just going to tie it in with this loom right here on the trunk. And then I'm just going to follow this all the way to the back of the trunk lid, because this right here is where I'm going to be mounting the camera. So a real quick overview of everything that I've taken out. Taken out the bezel around the radio, the shifter trim, the armrest, unbolting the passenger seat, removing the door sill from the passenger door. The rear seat was removed, the cover for the seatbelt was taken off, rear passenger side door sill was taken off, the trunk floorboard, and the liner on the trunk passenger side. Okay, now that the wire is fed from the deck all the way back, we're going to work on mounting our camera right here. So we're going to take off this trim off the trunk so that we can mount the light and get the wires fed through the back. Now I've already removed the cover on my trunk lid, but there is pop clips around in several locations that you'll have to take off. Once you get all those clips off, your liner will just fall right off. On the underside of the trunk lid, you're going to take off these two nuts right here. Now these are 8mm nuts, and then once those nuts are off, you can pull your trunk trim off. So to help push out this trim, there is a pop clip here. These are your two bolt locations, and then there's one more pop clip right there. So that's what you need to be aware of when you're pulling off that trim. And now that this is loose, I'm going to take off the bulbs on the bottom here and start working on this wiring. So starting on the wiring, what I did after I took off the trim, I cut this end of the license plate light off. I left a little bit on there in case later I want to solder this back on for whatever reason. But this is the end with the red connectors that I cut off. And then the blue goes to the new backup camera / lights. So I turned on the card to make sure it works, and obviously you can see that the lights are on there. And then for the harness that comes off the camera, I drilled a new hole right here for those two connectors to fit through. And now they are dangling inside of the trunk lid. And now I can connect the other end of the harness that comes from the head unit. Now that I got this all done, and I know that it works, and I got my hole drilled and the connector is fed inside the car now. Now I'm going to put all this exterior stuff back together so that I can be completely done with this step of the installation. Got the trim back on. There is the camera. That is where it will sit. It's pretty low profile. It's kind of hard to see, and it definitely looks like it could be even like an OEM unit. Pretty subtle. It doesn't stick out super far, and it looks pretty good. So let's go ahead and move on to the inside. So I got everything all wired up and mocked up here underneath the trunk. I'm just going to show you what I did real quick so that you can copy this. Now here is the cable from the head unit, and then this is the cable from the camera. Now this is the power source for the camera. You got your 12 volt and your neutral wire there. And what I did, I took both of these red wires and double crimped them into a connector because this red wire is looking for a signal telling the camera to turn on. So when you put your car in reverse, the reverse light will turn on, and that will enable a signal to the head unit. And that will also send power through this other red wire to the camera, turning on the camera. And then obviously you just got your neutral wire here. I took out the reverse light bulb and I put on some T-taps. And you can see that I got the positive and neutral right there. The 12 volt has a red wire on it, and then your neutral is just a black wire. So both of these red wires are double crimped and going down to that wire with the red stripe. The black and red wire from the camera is going down and connecting to the solid black wire. So with this thing all mocked up, I'm going to go into the car and see if it actually works. Turn on the car. The head unit is just going to boot up here for a second. So on my head unit, I have to turn on a reverse camera enable. So if I go to my inputs, you can see that it says reverse camera interrupt. So when you turn on this reverse cam interrupt, it is going to override the screen completely and just show whatever is on the camera. With that on, I'm going to put the car in the neutral and hopefully it works. Bingo! It works. So now that I know that it works, now I can finish zip tying all this cable down with all this loom and get it all cleaned up and get the trunk liner all put back in. So here is a final look at how I have everything all zip tied. I have all of the connections right here with the service loop on each side. So if I ever have to disconnect this, it should be pretty easy. And then what I did was bring my wire down behind all this loom so that if you were to open the trunk, you wouldn't ever see any wires. So I just slowly zip tied down the back of that. Once I got down inside, I followed the loom up and around and zip tied all my extra length right there. And then I brought my 2 wires over along with the harness. Once I got to light here, I went inside this hole, back behind everything, and then that's where I plugged in the connectors. I wanted everything to look as OEM as possible, so I took a ton of time making sure I zip tied it really clean so that nobody could even tell that I had done this. Now that I'm done, I'm going to put my liners all back in, my trunk trim and everything, and get it all wrapped up and finalized.